Hey, this is Taylor with Major Outdoors, and I couldn't be more excited about this video. I had this idea. I'm sure 1,000 people have already done it, but I haven't seen a ton online. But this is the GoPro YoloTek stick killer. So I have a YoloTek stick. I think this is the first gen one. I mean, they're $100 at least. I love it. It works really good. The one thing I don't like is you have to zoom in your GoPro kind of to get a better shot, like just a little bit closer, and then your pixelations don't look as good and it just doesn't look as good as what it could be. But then I had this amazing idea. I had this one mounted up there for a while, which is on a GooseNeck. I just have my Hero 7 White hooked up to it right now, just to give you guys an example. But what I got is I got a cigarette lighter, a 10-foot cord, some 3M wire command strips. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it all set up where I can run this, plug it into there, run it all the way along here, and then up to the GooseNeck. You also might need zip ties, is how it's looking, but no holes, and I feel like it's gonna work great. So next step is I just zip tied this to this, so the GooseNeck is still allowed to move, but then this cord will mostly stay up there. I'm probably gonna put another one right in the middle here. The only thing you wanna watch out for is you don't wanna restrict your GooseNeck. And then, so I'm probably gonna be using this for my black, so I wanna be able to plug it in because the black is on the 8 is on the new side, and then I still wanna be able to plug it in this side if I wanna wear a chesty with my black. I just wanna be able to do both sides. So I gave myself a little bit more space there. And now I started just putting these 3M wire clips, they don't leave any marks or anything. So I'm probably gonna put another one right next to it. So make sure that one doesn't want to push out and then the other one will strain it from coming this way. So you have it be able to not go either way. And then this is gonna help your cord just staying still, especially when you're going 50, 60, 70 miles an hour down the wind. So yeah, here we go. So I finished my layout and I'll show you what I did. So this GooseNeck still can move everywhere, right? So then I ran the wire with a little bit of slack and then I started tightening it up. So I did 2. So it can't go this way, it can't go that way unless you really get some force. Another 2, and then kind of pull it straight. Right there, 1 pivoting, coming across. I tried to avoid all the stickers because I want them to look nice. I got another one right there. And then I got a little bit of extra wire. I did a 10-foot cable, so I knew I was gonna have about like a foot or 2 more. So now I'm thinking about getting some double-sided Velcro and just, making it look clean. And then I'm going to snip off all the rest of the zip ties, make that look really clean. And, the nice thing about this mod is everything can be taken off without having a lot of, penalties. I'm not going to have glue residue on it. It's going to look very clean when I pull it off, if I ever pull it off. So I actually just found these in my dad's garage that I'm using, but it's called Scotch bundle straps, and they're meant to wire up cable. They got a little place where you inject the cable. I think these are gonna work out pretty sweet. Okay, so I got most of my boat cleaned up. I switched up the wires a little bit. I'll show you what I did there. It looks decent for right now. I'm probably gonna clean it up just a tad more, but they're all in one spot. I don't have to worry about them. I mean, this wire doesn't have a lot of flex. It's out of the way, especially up here. I really tightened it up. It ain't really going anywhere. You could add another one to the windshield right there, but I'm gonna wait. Zip ties are clipped. This thing still has full movement. Just make sure when you put these zip ties on there, you're not restricting the movement. And then I got actually a little bit of painter's tape just so I don't lose the SD card, but let's see if this thing charges it. There we go, the red light. I did this build for I'll look at the numbers, but it's about $50. Everything included, besides obviously the GoPro. I'll even include my GooseNeck. It's just a short little one, like $8. The only thing that kind of got expensive was the 10-foot USB to USB-C charger. You could get one for $10 or you could get 2 for $13. So it was okay, I'll just pay the extra $3. And then, it's kind of nice to have just a little voltmeter on your starting cranking battery. It says right now I'm at 11.8. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got another one. So if I want to charge my phone or anything, then I'm good to go. But I think this is a great build for 50 bucks. I think it makes more sense than going with the YoloTek. I think it's in a better location for me at least, and I'm really excited to get using it. You know, I just think it's a smarter build. Obviously, I just used one of the ones they give you, the 3M mounting strips, and then that's it. So the nice thing about this is, you know, the whites, they weren't like the most used per se, but basically I have a 128 gigabyte card in there at 30 frames per second at like 2K recording, I think. I can run it for like 10 hours. So all I have to do is keep it charged and I'm good to go. Where the Hero 7 or the black, I have the 8 right now, and it's like, I think I'm gonna go buy like a 512 gigabyte just so I can run it all day, because you know I am a tournament angler, and it's like I don't want to spend my tournament time switching out batteries for it. Like, don't get me wrong, I want to, but like if I'm not winning and I don't have 25 pounds, which I probably never have, oh geez, you know, it just doesn't make sense, right? You know, so I think this is kind of, you know, solves another problem the YoloTek stick was having, you know. And, you know, maybe they even install like a light stick down in here, like, you know, on the nitros, you know, have a cigarette lighter and then have another plug-in right there and you're good to go. So then it's a little bit closer. It's still super out of the way. But like me in the tournaments, I can't have my YoloTek stick in right away in the morning because you got to have your light stick in sometimes. So, you know, it's just kind of, I love it. Don't get me wrong. It works great. But for me, I just need a little more change. And, you know, per se, I do go into the BFLs or the Opens, and I got to share the back of the boat. You know, I don't know if the co-angler wants to deal with my YoloTek stick filming me in the way. So this will kind of eliminate that too. So I'll link everything in the description below. You know, it's an easy build. For 50 bucks, it's like, I didn't want to spend the 120 bucks for the YoloTek stick, but one of my family members got it for me for my birthday, and I'm a fan of it, but I think I'm going to be using that a ton. See you next time at Major Outdoors.